This place gives me the creeps.
Where is that?
There's something in the water.
What do you mean? What is it?
I don't know, there's just something in the water.
Event in 3, 2, 1.
Alien Romulus. Only in cinemas. Get tickets now.
What's going on, Flix Talkers? Why Won't You Die? Another horror podcast. We're coming at you with some sci-fi horror this time. We got my guy Q Reviews. I see your Alien shirt. I just noticed it. The Alien Nosferatu. I love that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love the Alien Nosferatu creeping. He creeping, son. He creeping. Thank you so much. I love the shirt.
And you're paying double homage this year because Nosferatu is coming out later in the year too. Are you excited about that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. What is it, Bill Skarsgård, right?
Yeah, and
Nosferatu. Mm-hmm.
I forget who the woman in the movie is that's playing. I already forgot her name, but she's the one that gets hypnotized by his spell.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I seen Nosferatu a long time ago, and I think it was Ann Arbor here in Michigan. I don't remember it a whole lot. I mean, it was I was like, I don't know if I was really into it because it's like a silent movie. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
Yeah. Like, so it was cool though. Like, I appreciate the creature aspect, but interested on the new one for sure. And Bill Skarsgård will be in theaters next week with The Crow, right? The Crow remake.
Bro, yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. I mean,
and nobody want to talk about it. Yeah. Why nobody want to talk about it?
So tickets went on sale. I got the update like last week sometime, and I'm like, I had to ask people like online. I was like, should I get tickets or should I not? Because I kind of don't even want to see this shit, but then I do. I want to see how bad it's gonna be.
Well, I don't know. I didn't hate the trailer. Call me crazy.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of digital stuff, but it looks like it's gonna be like gritty, violent. I don't know. That's just me though. I don't know. But I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. It might be completely awful. But like, I kind of want to see it. Every time somebody asks me, "You going to go see The Crow?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" I like The Crow. What the fuck is wrong with you? You going to see The Crow? It can't be worse than the Edward Furlong one, right?
Oh god! You know what? I found. I think it was at the thrift store. There was like a double pack or triple. How many? There was like 3 sequels, wasn't there? After this, or 2 after the original?
Yeah, it was that one, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th one. I remember the last one I seen was with the Edward Furlong and Tara Reid one that was straight to DVD. Oof. I
mean, I saw that cover and they showed Edward Furlong as the Crow, and I was like, this ain't gonna work. I know, and I haven't even seen it. I just asked people, and they're like, "Yeah, those are terrible movies." But
it's bad.
There is a Crow resurgence for some weird reason. I might go check it out if I don't know, man. My AMC is like 12 minutes away, so I feel like if I'm gonna waste that gas money, I might as well get a good movie. I don't know.
Yeah, and you got the tickets, so you can just go see it, right? Like the
the AMC A-list. Yeah.
Why not? It's better going. I mean, you see Borderlands. You see Borderlands. I wasn't going to go see that. You seen it? You know.
But that was one. That was one that the 0% intrigued me so damn much. And also after that, I don't know if you saw not Maya Rudolph, Grace Randolph, that famous like movie critic.
Yeah.
She's yeah. I love her and hate her because she's not afraid to give the hot takes, but sometimes her takes are like completely off. I get it. And I know a lot of people hate her, but she was the only one that was kind of like, this was an all right movie. Like, I didn't follow the games or whatever. And I was like, I didn't follow the game, so maybe I'll have a good time with it. And you know what? It was just kind of like a meh movie, but I had some enjoyable times with it. The cast was not that great. Lilith was the best part, which was Cate Blanchett, and she's fine. But these are seasoned actors that weren't really. I don't know I don't know. I just don't know because I don't follow that franchise, so I don't know what to say about it really more.
Yeah, it's just like an all right movie. It's nothing wrong. I mean, everything ain't gonna knock it out of the park. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit gonna be all right. You know, what did I see? Like Cocoon. I thought that was like that. Yeah, that was just. I don't know. You know, it was just all right.
That was another one. That was another one that was online like weeks before. I guess people had seen it prior, preview screener or whatever. And they were building it up like this long. Remember all the Long Legs hype that came out, before, and then you went to go see Long Legs, and you're like, it's an all right crime movie, but man, Nicolas Cage is this is weird as shit.
Like, I didn't like that movie at all. That movie pissed me off, bro. And then everybody was praising, Long Legs, the scariest shit ever. And I seen this shit like fucking Nicolas Cage as a cartoon character. This is the most boring movie I ever seen. It's just people talking to each other, like, well, you're in the bar, yeah. Well, I don't know, I had a rough time last night. Oh, you did? Okay. And then that's the movie. All right, so let's get the big reveal. When we get the big reveal here, it's like, oh, really? That was it? I waited all this time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this. That movie pissed me off. That's the only one that pissed me off.
The payout wasn't the greatest, I'll be honest. And as I kind of marinated, because I did praise this movie because I looked at it more of like a crime, like a Seven. Maybe even like a Fargo type of movie. I liked Maika Monroe's performance in it. She's starting to grow on me a lot more, and I like when a newer actress. When I say newer, I mean like in the last like 10 years. Their body of work is very young. But like if they can impress me, then I'm like, okay, cool. I judge the movie overall. But the way people were speaking about it, and yeah, you saw that subtitle, or not the subtitle, the quotes from people saying that this is the scariest movie of the decade. I'm like, this was not. It was weird. It had weird aspects. It dealt with like the occult and stuff like that, which is scary shit, but it was not scary. Like, let's be real. Like, I mean, unless you haven't seen any horror movie, this ain't scary.
Yeah, it has some. It was shot very well, and the actress. It was. It was just, I gotta give it its props. It had some creepy imagery, but like you talking about comparing it to Seven, everybody, like Seven's way better. I'm like engaged. You know what I'm saying?
The quality.
What's the next? You know what I'm saying? What's the next big sex piece? Like with gluttony and all that and shit. That shit was insane. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glued to the screen and the ending and the payoff was definitely there in Seven. So this was not. And that's the only, that's the only reason it disappointed me because I was so hyped to see it, and then I was just like, well, no, I'm never gonna watch this again. You know what I mean?
We've kind of had a little bit of a lackluster first part. I mean, there's been a couple of good movies that have come out.
Late Night with the Devil. Late
Night with the Devil finally getting a freaking release at the end of the. Oh, also we're getting Thanksgiving. Talking about Eli Roth, Borderlands. We're getting Thanksgiving finally in 4K on a steelbook coming up. Oh, so I want to say it's in the next. I might about say that's next month or November. A year later, a fucking year later, we're getting a steelbook. I told everybody don't buy the Blu-ray because I know they're gonna release this on steelbook on 4K, and they are. I will definitely get that because I had a fun time with that one. He needs to stay in his wheelhouse. The Borderlands shit is not for him.
He was producer on that. He didn't direct it, right?
No, he directed. He wrote and directed that bitch.
Oh, he directed it. Oh, I didn't know he directed it. When I hear more interviews, he sounds like he don't even know what he's talking about. Like, yeah, so what do you like about the movie? Oh, I wanted to make a Raiders of the Lost Ark, Blade Runner, you know what I'm saying? But you don't never talk about the fucking game. Like, what about the game? What do you like about the game? Well, the game is his own thing.
Yeah,
but you don't know about the game, you know.
And when you watch the movie, it's evident it does not feel like a game at all whatsoever.
I don't know shit about the game. Yeah, I never played the Borderlands games. So I didn't know. But like, I don't know. It's something that didn't make me buy a ticket for that one. I don't know what it was.
I watched a reviewer a couple of days ago who even talked about Borderlands having. Someone that attached their name, but it was like a pseudonym, like a fake name under the credits because they didn't want to be attached to this shitty project. That's how bad this movie turned up. Or I mean, even behind the scenes, people probably thought it was so bad they didn't even want their real name attached to this movie. That's what I heard, and I was like, I could believe that because this. It's not. It may be even surprisingly. It may be something that I want to rewatch here at home, just because it is very colorful. There is very bad green screen and CGI at points, but it could have been way better. It could have been way better. You know?
Yeah. I definitely gonna watch it here when it gets streaming. That's what I was thinking because it probably could look good on OLED. I mean, like when I look at the preview,
I think so.
It's definitely it looked very colorful and stuff. But like I would rather see that one at home. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I compared it to a dollar store Guardians of the Galaxy, basically. And I mean, if people like that, then watch this shit. I mean, it's not anything you're going to write home about or remember.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but, so
Dallas Star Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah. Is there anything that you are looking forward to coming up? Because I know you're following the movies every single month. I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my AMC to see if there's anything popping up besides the Crow that we talked about.
I'm gonna check out The Crow.
Okay.
The summer's over now, so
it is coming to an end next month. So coming up, we have Blink Twice. That's Channing Tatum, which is more like a psychological thriller. I'll be honest, and I don't know if I've said this hot take before. Channing Tatum is not blowing me away with his acting whatsoever in any movie. I keep thinking of him as this 21 Jump Street role, like, and I
like him there.
Yeah, but he's trying to do these psychological this movie coming out, I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Blink Twice, but it's like an Epstein Island type of movie. Like where it's like, hey, come to my island. He's like a big wig, like a Mark Zuckerberg. He invites these girls to his island, and the guys too. Like he invites everybody, and like, hey, come party on my island. Come to find out, there's something going on this island where it's like a Groundhog's Day, like nobody can remember. People keep replaying the same day, and it's like they're losing their memory, like their short-term memory, and they can't figure out what's going on, but people are missing and dying, and it kind of looks interesting, but I think I might wait till streamer for that one.
Yeah, I hear word of mouth, and sounds interesting though. Pro sounds interesting. Yeah, Channing Tatum is not. He didn't blow away that.
Spoiler!
Oh shit! I forgot. Damn, I forgot. I didn't. And I'm the one who don't want to spoil that movie. I was like, man, I'm so pissed that the whole internet was just spoiling the movie. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean to be that guy.
Bro, Marvel and Disney, they posted trailers of each cameo like literally a week ago, and I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Like, that's the whole point, is to go to the movies, is to see these reveals, even if you haven't. You know, we're assuming that people haven't been spoiled. Like, I have a coworker, Deadpool Wolverine has been out for 2 weeks now. He still doesn't know any of the reveals, and I'm like, damn. And he's on Twitter. He's on Twitter all the time. I'm surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, it's like it's every other something on my feed is a Deadpool Wolverine spoiler. Like, it's like, damn, you know, from the opening to the ending to special reveals. I was like, I didn't even mean to reveal that. I think,
no, you're good.
I thought it was almost common knowledge.
It pretty much is to any moviegoer at this point. So on August 30th, we have Afraid, which is the next Blumhouse movie, starring I believe it's John Cho. In Missing, Harold and Kumar, that guy. I had made the joke because there's a Megan Fox movie coming out about AI robot. You know, she's like a sex doll robot type of Megan. It's like a Megan, adult Megan, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is the world's fascination with all this AI doll shit? Like, what is it, man? I'm not into it anymore. Yeah,
it's kind of getting played out, you know.
I think so.
Chucky did it first, right?
Yeah.
And
like,
then now every other
hit
movie
it first.
Ray J, shout out to Ray J.
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen a trailer for this one. I don't know.
I did not like the trailer, bro. It seems so stupid.
It seems so predictable. Like, I know what's going to happen. It's like, you know, before I even see the movie. But for review purposes, I might see it. I am looking forward to that one with James McAvoy in it.
Okay, Speak No Evil. That's a big one. I think that comes out next month. Could be wrong. Oh, yeah, right here. September 13th. So that one's kind of a hot take, because, not a hot take from you, but like just in general from Hollywood, because I heard people were like, you know, this movie's based on a remake, right? From a French movie or something like that, or an Italian movie or Spanish movie. It just came out 2 years ago, and they're already remaking it for an American audience. And people are just like, just watch the original. What the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we remaking?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I didn't know that either until people started bringing it up. I'm going to watch this because I do like James McAvoy. He's also someone that reminded me a little bit when I watched this trailer of how good he was in Split.
Yes.
You know, so I'm like, if you're going to bring that back, then hell yeah, I'm going to watch it, you know. Seems like a very crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. It seems like a very creepy family in this one. I want to see, I mean, we see the boy, you know, the boy's doing this with his tongue and shit. So I'm like, okay, how did this boy get his tongue? I mean, I know the dad probably cut his tongue off, but why? Like, what is this a family that escaped from a mental institution, or like, what's the payout going to be? It seems like an M. Night Shyamalan movie a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, it did feel like a Shyamalan movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. McAvoy looked crazy the motherfucker. Like he's snapping. He's like all cool, and then like, oh yeah, don't talk to her like that or some shit. You know what I'm saying? In the trailer, like damn, look like he might be bringing it. So yeah.
We might get some intense scenes in that movie. I think it's more of going to be like a psychological thing for the most part, but I'm looking forward to that. Also, a movie that's not really being talked about too much, but September 6th, we're getting Brandy in the front room. Did you see the trailer for that one?
Yeah. I have not seen the trailer for that yet. I've seen the posters everywhere.
Okay.
I haven't got around to watching the trailer yet, so I have no idea what it's about or anything. But Brandy's piques my curiosity.
Yeah.
You know?
Same here. And I will say this for this is Brandy's comeback because I don't know when was the last time I saw her in a damn movie. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know, like.
I think so.
Unless she did stuff in between that, I really didn't see it. But
TV,
maybe she's done some TV or something. I know she kind of stays behind the spotlight, and she still looks fantastic. But if you're gonna come back, you got to come back strong. And this one doesn't look that strong. It looks like a combination of Get Out and some kind of like religious paranormal thing because she is. They make it apparent that she is. I believe her husband's like a white man. They are pregnant. They do have to take care of his grandma, who's an obvious racist and very religious fanatic. And they make it apparent in the trailer. She keeps bringing up all this like shit about race and color and stuff like that. And it seems very Get Outy, but with like a I don't know, Wicker Man twist or something to it. And I'm kind of interested, but I could definitely wait for streamer for that one. But check out the trailer. Let me know what you think about it. It seems like kind of like a dated like this should have came out like 10 years ago. I don't know. Yeah.
It's A24, right?
It is an A24 movie. I think you're right about that. But
that
one seems a little interesting.
The premise sounds kind of interesting, but like you said, it does seem like it should have came out 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, around the time of Get Out, like people were really on that shit. You know what I mean? So, so we got that coming up the front room. Also, another one that was brought to my attention by shout out Perp Minded on Twitter, man. He we're always trying to figure out. AMC has these like mystery movies on Monday, and we're always trying to figure out like what's the movie, you know, that they're gonna be putting out. And we were hoping it was this past Monday called Strange Darling, but it wasn't. That one's coming out August 23rd. Did you see the trailer for that one?
No, I haven't. But a lot of my colleagues are talking about that one yet. So I haven't seen the trailer for that one yet. So, is it dope?
I didn't know anything about it. I did see the trailer. It looks really, really good. A very cut and dry. The only reason I'm talking about it is because I feel like the last couple of years, horror and thriller like are they're blending together, right? So we could talk about these movies like a Long Legs. Like it's not horror. I mean, it's like a thriller, occult type of thing, but there is like some demonistic aspects of it. So I feel like this is one of those movies that kind of falls into like a possible like I Spit on Your Grave type of movie. Like it's a revenge type of movie. A girl's being hunted essentially by someone who seems like a serial killer or some kind of he's killed before. And the whole time she's trying to just get away from this guy. It seems like in the trailer. So it does look interesting. I don't know this actress. I don't know her at all. I don't think I know her, but I know I've seen the guy. The guy I've seen in a couple of movies, but it's called Strange Darling. That one's coming out August 23rd, just next week. Then we got in September 4th, Beetlejuice. I got the tin right here. I just got that tin. I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice. Are you?
Hell yeah, bro! That movie. We've been waiting forever. I didn't think this movie would ever be made. So like,
me either.
To see that it's being made and seeing the quality they put into it, it seems like they jumped right back into like it has the same feel of Beetlejuice. You know what I'm saying from the first one, like all the sets and everything. It looked like Tim Burton directed it.
Yeah,
so, and Michael Keaton, he looks great. You know what I'm saying? The juice is back in. I forgot all about that coming out. It looks great, bro. It looks great. And then you got Wednesday Addams, what's her name? In it. She's perfect.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega. I'm sorry.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah, you got her, bro. That's perfect, bro. And Winona Ryder. Yeah,
Actually, this is directed by Tim Burton. I totally forgot he was. Yeah, all the. So I knew that his name was attached. I just forgot it was direct. I thought it might have been produced, but it is Tim Burton, and we do get music by Danny Elfman, which I think he did the music for the first one.
Yep.
I could be wrong, but I mean
I think he did it.
Yeah, the original was the original was 1988. So we're getting pretty much all the original cast, except for Jeffrey Jones. We had talked about before. He's the pedophile.
The weirdo. The weirdo.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate too, because it would have been great to see him back if he wouldn't have been a creep. Glenn Shaddix, who played Otho, who did die, I think in maybe about 10 years ago or something. 2010 he died. Yeah, he was like the mom's right hand man. Remember, she's like a fashion designer. He was like all fashioned out, and they, a lot of iconic characters. But I'm just glad that they could bring back a majority of the characters, adding on a couple of new characters, and it does seem very fluid, even though it's like 2024 with the practical effects of like, ooh, that scene where they're like all holding their phones and then like their faces get sucked into the phone. I was like, that is such Beetlejuice there.
Yeah, it's so Beetlejuice. That's what I'm saying. This whole movie seems so Beetlejuice. You know,
it does.
So Beetlejuice, and in a great way. So I think it's gonna be a great ride. So yes, I'm highly anticipating seeing this movie. I can't wait. I'm there day one, bro.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So how about next up? We got Venom: The Last Dance on October 25th. Are you excited about that? I mean, it's not really. It's not really horror, but I mean, it's action. It's the third installment. A lot of people weren't feeling the Carnage one, but now you ain't feeling it.
Terrible. No, the second one was absolutely. I bought it on 4K. I will never watch that movie again.
Hey, send it my way.
So bad. Yeah, I will. You want it? I want to get rid of it.
I didn't like it either. I had high hopes for it, but and why was it so damn short? The first movie was like over 2 hours, and then they made the second one an hour and 30 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I had fun with the first one. Everybody like shit on the first one, but that second one, I was like, oh, whoa. So this third one looks even. The trailer is bad, bro. It's a horrible trailer. Yeah, it's like horses. Like I think it's a Venom horse in the trailer or something.
Yeah, they really explore the symbiote aspect of like anything that Venom touches can be a sim. And then I mean, we're getting Venom's planet like coming or the symbiotes are from. I don't even know if I don't know much about the Venom character. I don't know if the symbiote's on a planet, if it's on a fucking asteroid flying in space. I don't know where this symbiote comes from, but it's coming to Earth. That's all we know, and it looks all crazy. It's gonna be the most CGI heavy out of the three. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think this Venom shit messing Tom Hardy's career up, bro. Because he was almost like a pristine actor until he started playing Venom and shit, and then his career just not the same anymore. It's just me, you know what I mean?
Check him out in Bike Riders, man, which just came out a couple of I think it just came out. And the funny thing is, it just came out like a month ago, and it went to VOD like 2 weeks ago, and then it's already on physical on 4K. And I'm like, this was a really good movie, and then you have Venom coming out right after. It's like, what the fuck? You go from good movie to shitty movie. Yeah, I could only imagine.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna see Venom now. Of course, I got to see it. But I'm
gonna see it too. But I think it's gonna be really bad. So let's jump to October 18th. I want to just get through the year before we get to our review and our thoughts on Alien Romulus, guys. By the way, October 18th, we got Smile 2. Mm-hmm. Are you looking forward to this one? Did you see Smile 1?
Yeah, I see Smile 1. It was kind of creepy. It was a couple creepy parts that kind of fucking creeped me out in it. You know, I thought it was a decent horror movie. So like, I will see what they got coming up next. Of course, yeah, I'll check out Smile. And I love the promo that they did, of course, on the first one, and in the second trailer.
All the how come they haven't done any promo for the second one, man? Like they did with the first one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe closer to the release. All I can say,
yeah, possibly. Maybe next month or something. I can't speak on it because I haven't seen Smile yet. Maybe I'll do a reaction for that or something. But and I actually haven't been spoiled by any reveals other than I think there's like a scene where like someone near a car, like their head like rotates all the way around like that or whatever. I saw that in the trailer, so I don't know. I just seen whatever's in the trailer. And I think that might be it for horror for the rest of the year.
Sad October. Yeah.
It is a sad October. I mean, they're bringing back Shaun of the Dead for a 20-year anniversary. That looks fun. At the end of this month. You ain't fucking with Shaun of the Dead?
I love Shaun of the Dead, but
okay.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. But like, yeah, man, I want something.
Yeah, I want some good too. I mean, we're getting like Joker. That's not necessarily horror, but I mean, yeah. So that's it, guys. Coming up, you guys let me know what your thoughts are for the remaining of. I mean, we only got a few more months left in 2024. You guys let me know your thoughts, what you guys are looking forward to. But we're here to talk about Alien Romulus, which just came out August 16th, 2024. You saw it on the 15th. I saw it on the 15th as well. We're going to get into it, man. Before we do, please hit that big thumbs up, guys. Consider subscribing today for more. Let's go over this Alien timeline, because I don't know if you caught it, but there was a lot of previews that, you know how they always show like a TV previews, like coming now on Fox, you know, or FX channel or whatever. I guess some theaters were being shown this shit called Alien Earth, which is a new Alien show series on FX in 2025. It's coming. Did you see anything about that?
I heard about it. I haven't seen anything about it though. I heard about this show, but
I had no clue about it until people were posting about it last night. Like they were, I guess they were in the theater like recording it. It was like literally a 10-second trailer where it showed like Earth from afar, and it zooms out, and then the Earth goes into like a xenomorph's head, and it just says Alien Earth, and it says coming 2025, early 2025 on FX. Now, I looked it up. Alien Earth is supposed to take place in 2092, the year 2092, which I believe is 30 years before the original Alien. So they're taking it back 3 decades, right?
Oh, wow.
Now, the creator of this series did a lot of other Fox series, FX series. I keep saying Fox. FX series like Fargo, and he did a couple other prominent series that were award-winning. Now, Alien Earth. I mean, do we need a series for something like this? I could always see Alien being turned into a series. I don't know if it's an FX series, because anytime I hear like a cable network channel, I always think, oh, it's going to be PG as fuck. Or PG-13 as fuck, you know? It's really toned down. That's why I was excited with the Fede Alvarez thing, because I'm like, great, we got a horror director that can make this shine. But what do you think about a series coming?
Ooh, that's a tough. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think it's just gonna water. I feel it's watered down already. You know what I'm saying? Before it even comes out, I don't like. How can you maintain something like a xenomorph from episode to episode? It's almost something that happens in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like the encounter. So like, how do you make that episodic? I just don't see it working. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I will have to see the series. I might be completely wrong. It might flip me out and shit too. Like it was almost like that Friday the 13th series too. Like how do you make a series out of it? You know what I'm saying? Jason is almost something that happens in almost real time. You know what I'm saying? Like within the span of a day or two. So like I don't know. It just seems like I don't know how they can make it work. I'm curious. I'm intrigued, but I don't know. I don't know.
It made sense that they were going to do some shit like this because of the announcement. I think anytime you have a huge franchise like this, you're going to try to branch out, especially this is the time of the series, right? In the last 10 years, we've gotten so many series on Netflix, Hulu, Prime, like every single streamer channel, whatever subscription that they have out there, they're going to make a series for it. So if they can get the property right, if they can get the rights for it, they're going to do it. Which, by the way, it was very interesting to see that 20th Century Studios logo at the beginning of this fucking movie, Alien Romulus. Right. Because we hear that it's dead, but is it dead? Because projects are still coming out from it. I don't. I mean, is it dead? I don't. I thought it was like disintegrated into Disney, but they're still coming out with. They came out with that. They came out with Prey. I mean, are there still movies that have got either pushed or I don't really know the behind the scenes of that shit.
Good question, bro. Is it just one person working at 20th Century Fox just to, you know what I'm saying?
Green lighting movies. They're like, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. It's just one person. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like for nostalgic reasons, we're just gonna use this logo and because it was in no spoilers. It was in a recent movie too. Where you see certain aspects of 20th Century Fox Yeah. So like, I don't know. Is it just like to use it for nostalgia bait, or is it still a running company?
I could have sworn that once Disney acquired it, it was completely just disintegrated. But I really don't know how that's working. But yeah, it's interesting. But they are making it into a series 30 years before. I think it was just bound to happen just because they want to make as much bang for their buck as they can. They know the Alien franchise is a big one that spanned over 40 plus years, and why not? I guess so. I'm going to check it out because I'm more interested in the set design. I'm more interested in how these xenomorphs are going to look. If there's going to be multiple, is it just going to be focusing on, it might just be face huggers. It might just be, the birth of everything, or it might not even look the way we think it is because I mean, this is a prequel 30 years before. So why not?
Yeah.
So that's going to be in the timeline. That's 2092 Alien Earth. Now a year later, 2093 in the timeline is Prometheus. You got any thoughts on Prometheus? Because everyone, since Romulus came out, everyone's like, y'all shitted on Prometheus and it's better than this movie and yada. Though the internet's been so divisive since Romulus came out. Either they fucking hate it or they fucking love it. And I'm really like, I don't know why people. I knew this was going to happen because people are going to start comparing it to every other Alien movie. And I didn't go into doing that.
Yeah. But I remember Prometheus. I own Prometheus too. I might have watched it in the theater, and I might have watched the 4K or whatever, the Blu-ray I have once. It was just like, it's like one of the movies. It's like I kind of like it, but I liked it. I don't really want to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I liked it because it explained a lot, but I thought it was a boring fucking movie from what I remember.
Yes. Yeah, it was boring as hell.
How do people say that's better than this one? This one was so action packed.
Yeah, I won't even watch that movie again. I'm like, yo, you know what we doing tonight, babe? We watching Prometheus, the beginning of the xenomorph. It's gonna explain everything. You're gonna love it, man.
And people, I mean, that's a good movie. That'd be a good movie if you want to try to fall asleep. But I mean,
yeah. I think it's for certain audience that's really into the lore, like
diehards,
yeah, like diehards. I said this in my review. Like sometimes, Ridley Scott got so involved of his lore, what he was doing, and how he wanted to explain everything, he forgot how to entertain the audience. You got to entertain us too.
Yeah,
too. So, that's what I thought of that movie.
It looked great. I mean, the set design was fantastic. I love the whole explanation of AI and stuff like that, or the artificial people. I had no gripes with that. It was just a very, very slow paced movie. And then everybody keeps like showing the scene with the, I'm going to give spoilers. Well, the whole scene where our lead actress is like in the pod and she has to cut the alien out of her stomach. And they're like, how can people forget about this? Yeah, you had one great scene in the movie. That doesn't make the whole movie good. Like, I don't get why people do that shit. And it happened at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
so it's like,
this is the Oppenheimer of Alien movie.
Shit. Yeah, I got to rewatch that movie because from what I remember, like I said, I think I only saw it once, and it might have been at the house. I don't think I even saw it in theaters, but it was a very slow paced movie, and a lot of people are bringing that one up.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, not bad. And then we're jumping ahead the year 2104, which was Alien Covenant, another one that I actually went to theaters to see. Forgettable for me. Forgettable.
I got the 4K of that too. And I think I might have watched it once. I don't remember shit about that movie.
I don't remember much either.
I don't even know what it was about.
I remember fucking Danny McBride as a pilot from Eastbound and Down and all the damn Seth Rogen movies. If you're gonna throw someone like that in the movie, come on.
Yeah. All I remember about that movie is like the preview when that xenomorph was on top of the ship, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to see that."
Cool. Yeah, I do remember that. Like, oh shit, that was a pretty crazy scene.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't remember anything about that movie. Nothing.
That's funny.
That's fucking crazy. So that happened. That's Ridley Scott.
Yeah, that happened. Those last two movies happened. And then we're jumping ahead 22, about 20 years ahead of Alien Covenant. With Alien, the original Alien, which was 1979, I believe, when it came out. Classic. I mean, that's the best to set it off. And this is just one of those. To me, this is the Alien franchise is like the Star Wars franchise. Like those, even though they don't fit chronologically as the first one, they're the better movies to me. I don't know, but what are your thoughts on Alien, the OG?
Oh, it's a fucking like was a classic. The idea of the xenomorph of this perfect organism. The cast in that movie, Sigourney Weaver, like you don't like if you've never seen that movie, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. My wife had never seen that movie, and then in a part with the stomach happened, she didn't know. She's not big in horror. She's not big in horror. She was like, she was destroyed, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? What is happening? So, absolute classic. The probably one of the scariest in the fucking series for sure.
It's definitely terrifying. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the atmosphere in that one was intense. It built a lot of characters that we grow to love in the future of the series. At least for the second one, for me. Well, we're not there yet because just 20 years after the fact of Alien in the timeline, 2142, we get Alien Romulus, which we're going to give our thoughts on in a second. And then after that, 2179, we jump all the way into the future because we got hypersleep and all that. We get Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens. And that's when it was like, oh, shit, now it's on. Because I feel like he is a better director. That may be a hot take for me. I feel like he is a better director. A lot more happens in this movie. The characters become a little more almost like Starship Trooper-y. You know, like let's go, lock and loaded. You get what was it, Bill Paxton, Valdez, whoever I forget what the actress's name is, but she was like in T2, another James Cameron movie, Terminator 2. We get a lot of memorable characters. I don't think maybe it's not maybe it's Alvarez or something, but you get a lot of strong characters in that movie and a lot of great action. And it's hard to go back. To me, it's almost like Godfather 1, Godfather 2. You don't know which one is better. I think that Aliens, that one that came out a couple. What did Aliens come out? 1980. Almost 10 years after, right?
Yeah, I want to say
86.
86? Okay, 86.
Yeah. And Alien came out in 79. So, almost 10 years. I felt it did feel fluid, but it felt like the better of the movie to me. The better of the two, I should say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. They're almost two different type of movies, you know what I'm saying? Alien is more isolated and claustrophobic. This movie's just all around badass entertaining from beginning to end. James Cameron put his stamp on that. And we're not even talking about the ending, the Queen Alien. We've never seen a creature like that. You look at that thing still to this day. You like who fucking came up with all that? Sam Winston, by the way, but like God.
All the prosthetics too. All the prosthetics were just like they were shining, and people may rewatch it now and they're like looking at that scene with the mech and stuff like that. Like this is like I did rewatch it a couple years ago, and I'm like, it's not as fast paced as I remember when I was a kid. But you have to like this is real shit. Like it's not CGI. It's not what did they used to do back in the day? Like not claymation, but it was like that motion stop kind of like. Like in animation. Yeah, like I watched we went to go see the Terminator just last week for its 40th anniversary. Yeah, and you know how like the robots coming out like stop animation where it looks very jarring. Yeah, like that. Like that shit. Pop locking like cyborg pop lock, and you could tell that looks kind of a little weird, but they didn't do that in this one. I mean, it was so practical, and I just appreciate the movie as a whole, and it just seemed more badass. Like it was more action, like for the more action fiend, you know.
Yeah, it was definitely badass. Like Queen Alien, I think James Cameron called her like a bad bitch with high heels on, and that's exactly what it felt like. like damn, he was like that was a bad bitch with high heels on, that Queen Alien shit, like that. Right. That thing right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the whole movie's fun from beginning to end. I love that movie. It's like
it was super fun.
It's probably one of the best sequels of all time. You can put it like in the top 3 of best sequels of all time for sure.
I agree. Aliens. I agree with that one. Yeah. Now, I didn't know this in the Alien timeline. So we're still in 2179. Aliens 3 is also in the same timeline as. So I didn't see Aliens 3. I'm sorry, I didn't see Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. So let's talk about Alien 3. Did you watch that one?
I think I've seen it back in the day a couple times, but I don't really remember.
I believe that's Baldhead Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that the one with Winona Ryder, or was she in the fourth one?
I think she's in the fourth one. Yep.
Okay.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Resurrection.
Those movies so forgettable, bro.
Are they really?
Like Covenant. Yeah. Like you don't know. I don't really remember. I remember a couple things that went on in there, but like, nah, bro, they're forgettable. This is when they start to intimate CG in them too. So yeah, and it just didn't look right.
And that was CG. That was CG from the 90s, so that was like really bad CG. I remember it not being that praised, but this one. So let's jump ahead. So now we're jumping ahead like a couple hundred years. 2381, Alien Resurrection, which I heard is like the worst one, and people are bringing it up because I guess there's some similarities with Romulus and Alien Resurrection. I did not see Alien Resurrection, so did you?
Yes, I see Alien Resurrection. I know exactly what people are talking about.
So you can see the comparison a little bit. Yeah,
something that happens in the third act in Romulus that was almost very reminiscent to this movie, but I think this movie Romulus does it better.
Okay,
it's a very forgettable film. It is. It's one of the worst Aliens movies. Like now, let's not even get into. If we count Alien versus Predator 2, I think that's the bottom of the barrel.
Which is funny because in the Aliens timeline, if you're including the Predator movies, did you know that the Alien Predator timeline is supposed to be, those first two movies are supposed to be the beginning of the timeline? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
It's supposed to take place in the time that they came out, which was 2003, 2004. And I was like, what the fuck? How does that even make sense? But all right, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, going back to Resurrection. Terrible.
Yeah, don't watch that one. I mean, you can if you want, you know, but like it's. I really watched 3.
Yeah, I only have to watch 3 and 4 to be completely just seen them all in my life.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Go ahead, have a shitty double feature. Why not?
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a shitty double feator for you, bro. I hate to say it, bro, but like, yeah. I would rather watch Covenant and Prometheus again.
Ooh, man,
sorry,
those are kind of hard watches too. All right, so we're all caught up to the timeline. Let's get into it, my friend. Now, this movie's budget was kind of all over the place. Alien Romulus. Do you know exactly what the budget was? Because I'm seeing so many different reports of what the budget is. Yeah, I heard 80 million too, but it's hard to believe that a movie like this would be 80 million.
If it is, it's all on the screen.
Holy shit! Sure. Yeah, like it's exactly almost 2 hours. I think 1 hour and 59. I'm sorry. And you know, usually when you stretch that and you have so much set design, there's a lot of CG, a lot of practical in there. You would think it would be over 100 mil at least. I mean, Borderlands was 120.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you're paying a lot for those actors too. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart, Kate Blanchett.
True.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, and this one you have, I mean, Kaylee Spaney, who did Civil War last year, and you also did. Did Civil War come out last year? No, they came out last year, right? Civil War.
Did it come out this year? I know it's on VOD, but like, so soon as shit is in the theaters on Amazon Prime.
I forget at this point. So, yeah. She also did. I think she did Priscilla. I could be wrong about that one. But
yeah,
I think
she did Priscilla. She did Priscilla. Yep.
I didn't see that. Was that good? Did you watch? No.
I knew she was in it though. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, the other faces in the movie, I didn't. Oh well, Isabella Merced, who was freaking Dora the Explorer. She was in this one. I thought she was a really good actor. But other than that, I didn't recognize any of the other people.
You know what? The actor in here, the black synthetic. I thought you ever heard of Snowfall?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah, I thought the main character was no. I thought it was, but apparently it's someone else. I thought the main character, the synthetic from this movie, was the actor who played the star in Snowfall. But like they look very similar. Yeah, if you look them up, they look very, very similar. Yeah.
I did look up his resume to see any movies. He wasn't in any movies that I had seen, but he did do a lot of TV shows. So that's why I thought it might have been the snowfall thing.
Yeah.
So
I guess we'll get into him later, but man.
Yeah, I mean we'll get it. We can get into it. So this movie is definitely gonna hopefully make its budget, because I think I saw reports of 40 mil so far, which is not the budget, right?
Yeah, I heard 40 mil. And this is only Saturday. Yeah, so I think it's gonna come in. I think it's gonna come in maybe
almost
over
60
mil.
Yeah.
That'd be great if it come in over 60. I was thinking about 50 mil, 50 to 55 mil.
I'm thinking almost 60. I said maybe 55 to 60 would be fantastic for them in the first weekend. Obviously, they're gonna get a drop, and then all the VOD sales and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, nowadays you want to double your budget because of marketing. All the marketing for this movie was fantastic, by the way. Not to mention. Dude, all of the people that were in theaters getting the face huggers on them, the chest explosions. I know you saw those videos.
Yeah, yes. That was amazing. I wish I was like part of that marketing so I could be in the theater with one of those things on. Or just being like Walmart, like, you know what I'm saying, with the fucking thing on my face at a Detroit bus stop, just like, you know, I just wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? I really, you know my style. So like, I really wanted to be like, damn, I wish I was a part of that. That shit's so cool. Because it's so cool because it makes sense. Because, you know, like the face huggers, they breathe in and out. So all you gotta do is breathe to make it work. So I thought that was genius. That'd be a great costume. Like, where the fuck do I get one of those?
Oh yeah. Before I forget too, there's also a scene in the movie where the Asian girl, she gets like the face hugger on her, and it starts to choke on her throat. You know, on her throat. Yeah, it starts to choke on her throat, and then you see that stomach it just expanding back and forth, and I'm like, holy shit! Like that looks incredible. That effect.
Yeah, it did. And, you know what I'm saying? And they were synchronized with her breathing. It was like, like making it. I had never seen that that done like that before. And I was like, I was like, that's hats off. And just the monster. Freddie Alvarez took incredible detail to those face huggers. They were the fucking most terrifying thing in the movie. I was like one of them. Like, holy shit! Like how?
You got to see him. You got to see him in a lot of detail. 360 too, because like when it jumps on the window, you get to see all the insides, the innards of what it looks like, and it looks like something that is a part of someone's anatomy. I'll just say that.
Yep.
Which I mean, that's what it looks like, but I mean, it just that's where my mind went right away.
I like that part of anatomy, but I never thought it'd been so ugly. You know,
you're like maybe maybe I can't look. Maybe I can't look at that for a week or so without thinking about Alien Romulus.
Yeah, I'm glad it's dark whenever we're messing around, but we actually had to look at it.
Yeah, he also did that with the scene. Before I forget, where that young guy, he takes that I don't know what that weapon was, but he like shoved it deep inside that cocoon thing. I was like, everything looks very sexual.
Yeah, because he stuffed that bug like this, bro. He's like, he looked at it, he probed that bug, and he just like, bitch, like, and twirled it around, and then I was like, oh yeah, what up though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it literally did nothing. It did nothing to it, and it ended up killing him. But so let's just get into this movie because we're talking about it already. So let's talk about the story. I know we usually go over the cast first, but let's talk about the story at hand, where we're talking about Kaylee Spaney plays Rain. We also get David. Let me go over this cast really quick. Is it David Johannesburg or something, or Johansson, something like that? David Johnson playing Andy. Now they are kind of like a brother and sister. We find out that he is an AI. I knew it right away because I saw the trailer of him just like looking at remember he like looking up in the air, just like, oh, and I was like, yeah, his eyes turn white. Nobody taken over by a alien or whatever is going to do that. Like I knew he was an AI. So we find out he's AI. He's getting bullied. It's kind of sad how they introduce his character, because he's, even as an AI, he's like very timid, and there's a lot of anxiety like with him. Like he's like moving like he's like very unsure of himself. And when we got introduced to Rook, which, you know, this is all spoilers, so we get introduced to Rook, who was in the first Alien movie, who's also AI. He was not exhibiting the same features or characteristics as this Andy character. So I was like, they're different. I know they are different models, because they talk about they're different models, but he seemed weaker. I don't know. He didn't seem as robotic as a Rook. What did you think about that Andy character?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. He was more like a bicentennial man type of model. You know what I'm saying? He was more.
That was Robin Williams, right?
Yeah, that was Robin Williams. Yeah, he was more, fitting to the person. He almost felt like a human with like some type of like he was
emotion.
Yeah, Rain Man-ish. You know what I'm saying? Little he seemed a little Rain Man-ish.
I don't want to say it either, but I was definitely getting autistic vibes from him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He definitely. Yeah, you can say it. It's fine because that's kind of felt like. With that being said, he was my favorite character in the whole entire movie, bro. His acting was amazing, just like how he did his facial movements and like the little subtleness and like the corny jokes. His character completely worked for me more than anybody. Yeah, more than anybody in this film. He stole the show. He stole the show for me personally. I love.
That's what a lot of people. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying at the on Twitter and stuff like that. That he was a favorite character, and I could definitely see that. Thinking about it now, he was a huge part, obviously, of the whole story. As they took him along to investigate this ship because he had like access codes and stuff that nobody else could get because he was AI. So he had permissions that he could get into certain rooms and stuff like that. But he became someone that really grew on me because he had like a moral dilemma too, even though AI is not supposed to have moral dilemmas, but he automatically felt like an AI to me because he thought about probability, first and foremost. He's like, well, if I got to kill 3 people in this room to save 20, I'm going with that, right? I mean, even though most of us would pause and like, no, wait, maybe we could save her, which, does happen in the movie later on. But I like the moral dilemma that came along with his character.
Yeah, I think the Rook, the other AI even told him like, humans are very highly irrational. You know what I'm saying? They just, they go on impulse. And like it was a scene like he was supposed to open a door. It was like, nah, B, I ain't opening it. You see that shit? You see him right behind you? He waiting for that shit. He'll kill all of us.
By the way,
if I open that door.
That scene in particular, I thought it was very high tension and emotional because the brother gets down on his knees and starts begging him. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. He's like, please open the fucking door, please. And that's what you would do, right? You would plead with the fucking AI, like, dude, this is my sister here. Please open this fucking door. And he didn't. He wasn't going to do it. So I was like, that was a good added layer of like tension because she's pregnant, and you think like when you see that happen, you're like, oh fuck, all bets are off for Fede Alvarez. Like he don't give a shit. He's about to kill. He's about to potentially kill a pregnant woman. Like he don't care.
Yeah.
This is alien. Like, this is alien. We're in space.
Yeah. They doing some fucking hobo with a shotgun shit. Kids and pregnant women, or what I'm saying. On the list.
All bets are off. Yeah.
All bets are off.
I like this character. Did you like our main character, Kaylee, played by Kaylee Spaney as Rain? She was kind of the one that was she was trying to get back to her home planet, and they were like, nope, you didn't put it you didn't put in enough time. They kind of did like a switcheroo on her, like, oh, you put in this much, but the rules have changed. You got to put in double time now. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy.
That was like jail and shit. They was like basically in jail.
They were like an open air prison, as they call it. I think it said like there was like no sun on that planet because when they zoom out to the planet, it's just like a fucking wasteland, like nothing but clouds and all this. Like it looked bad.
It sucks, bro.
It sucks. Yeah,
it sucks. Speaking of our main character, I thought she was all right. I thought she nothing I would write home. She was no, I hate to compare her to Sigourney Weaver.
That's what everybody's gonna do.
Weaver.
Yeah. Oh, she's definitely not.
Yeah. She was fine. She was fine. I think Ray, the synthetic character story more than she did. She was just kind of there. And she had her moments at the end and things too, but like I don't know. I just thought she was okay. What did you think about her?
You know what? I think the reason why she was just okay is that they try to make her seem like none of these characters in this bunch that we got. It's all a young cast too, by the way, which I kind of like because I was like, okay, I get to judge them with no prior knowledge other than her. I'd seen her in, so I like that aspect. None of them seem like soldiers except maybe the main brother. Like as far as like tactical experience, like that, and then also that guy that was a dick to Andy the whole time. Remember, he was like,
it's water. That guy.
Yeah. By the way, that guy, I could never understand what the fuck he was saying. I could never understand. Yeah. So maybe those two guys were the only ones, and then maybe the Asian. I believe she might have been the pilot, but those are the only ones that might have had experience. That seemed like they had experience. Everybody just seemed like they were going along for the ride, and like when push came to shove, they seemed like very. Like a lot of fear in them, anxiety and shit like that. She was okay, but I liked her motivation for going. Like this was kind of like the only way out type of shit.
Yeah, I did like her motivation. I agree with that 100%. I didn't like. Hey, I did not like her. I just thought she was okay. Like I said, I like her story motivation too, and with the synthetic, I did like them together. You know,
I like them together. That's what I like too. Towards the end of the movie, like I definitely felt the bond of like a brother-sister friendship, like a brother-sister bond. Because it's a whole like no person left behind. Like even if you're a synthetic, like I'm not going to leave you behind. There was also talk about, well, even if you do get to this planet, like synthetics are not allowed on the planet, so they're gonna have to destroy him or send him back or something like that. And
I felt bad, so bad.
Oh man, me too.
And then to look on his face, he's a synthetic, but he was trying to process it. Like I don't get to go. Like this is emotion on his face. You read the whole thing. You kind of seen how he felt without like being a real human. Like it was like right in between, but like you feel that though. Synthetic feels that. So I thought that was great acting. You know what I'm saying? On the part by him. So yes, absolutely.
Plus, this movie kind of puts you in that whole you don't know what to feel because they're not real people. But you know what I'm saying? They're helping real people along. They have directives and stuff like that, and his directive does get changed during the middle of the movie, which he has a whole complete character change once they implement that chip into his fucking head. He's like a whole different person, which takes a lot of skill because imagine like, all right, we want you for this role in this movie. But we want you to play two characters essentially. Like you're not even that. 3 characters. We need you to be, the character you are. You're gonna be AI, and then you're gonna be a different AI basically. So you're playing a couple of different roles, and you got to nail it. And I think he did.
Yeah, he did, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why he was like one of my favorite characters. Like you're doing all this, and we got a feel for you too. Like when they talk about you can't go, say like the emotional attachment and the 3 characters. Now he almost played a dick at one point. He was like, damn, but he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, he was trying to save everybody. But like it was times in the story that you might have thought he might be the villain. You know what I'm saying? I thought they did that very well. Very well writing on that part, and very well acted by this actor here, man. Like, I was very impressed.
That's what happens when it comes to these situations where you're not thinking rationally. You're only thinking about, we'll save her, open the door, right? But that's gonna let in the fucking queen alien or whatever was chasing her. Like you got to think about the overall situation. Kill 1 to save 3, right? Mm-hmm. So as humans, we don't think like that. We think irrationally or with emotion. And he's one step ahead. He's playing chess while we're all playing checkers, right? So I can see how we will look at him as the villain, because he did something like that. But he's only doing what he's programmed to do, So I do like that. I think now thinking back on it, he is my favorite character. I didn't really think about having a favorite character because I liked a lot of different aspects of everybody, but I think he was the strongest character actor in that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I mean, not that everybody did shitty job. I thought everybody did great in the movie. Mm-hmm. All the rest of the cast, like when the Asian lady got that face hugger on, I felt really bad for her.
That was excuse me. That was pretty crazy because you saw it in the trailer, which I didn't like. I loved seeing the face huggers in the trailer. I didn't like seeing them all that shit that we saw because I'm like, she's definitely gonna get eggs laid in her now. She did a great job of playing someone that had an egg inside of her, like just about to come out. Like she was really giving like she's throwing up, shaking and stuff like that. And I was like, she played that well. She also played someone once again who was in fear, and like she was fearful of these things because she didn't seem like a soldier. She seemed more of like a pilot, someone that is maybe has enlisted but that hasn't seen combat type of thing. and this is her combat. Like this is her World War III type of situation, you know? So you're gonna panic, right? You don't know what the fuck you're seeing. You're seeing an alien, you know? So I think she did portray that well. I hadn't seen her in anything else. Her name is Navarro, by the way. I liked her progression a little bit. I also liked Isabel Merced, like I had said. She plays Kay. She grew on me. She was also another character that was emotionally weak, kind of just there because her brother was there. She seemed like someone that they were just there to scavenge, right? They're just trying to get tools or whatever they got to get. I forgot what they're trying to get to. They're trying to get what were they? They were trying to get something off the ship. I forgot what it was in particular that was on that ship, but it was to help their ship, basically. Right?
Yeah, I forgot exactly what it was. Something with the pods or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. So, which releases the face huggers. I kind of like that because it was almost like a fail safe that the crew from the initial Alien had set. Like, oh, you're gonna steal these cryo chambers or whatever. You're gonna steal these pods or whatever the fuck they were pulling out. Remember, like it freezes that guy's fingers and he's like, oh, my fingers. When they pull it out. Like it unlocked like a fail safe, which cooled the temperature of the face huggers, which let them out. So I thought that was fucking insane. I was like, why would they set that why would they set that up to do that unless they didn't want people to like steal from their ship? You know what I mean? Like that was kind of a genius idea. Like
that was genius. Then they were trapped in there with the fucking space huggers. So just imagine being trapped in a corridor with a bunch of huge spiders, bro. Like it's terrifying.
It was cool. That was also a really cool scene too, because they're actually like fighting them for a moment. Like it felt very video gamey, like where you could just like swat at them or whatever. By the way, I think Fede Alvarez did say in an interview that his inspiration for this movie was Alien Isolation, which I think was a video game. Did you play that?
Yes, it's so good, bro. It's one of the most underrated video games of all time. And like how that game starts, you board the ship, all the first act stuff, and then all of a sudden, I put it in my room. Then all of a sudden, the alien just popped from the Raptors, like boom, just like fall right in front of you and shit. He don't see you because you're hiding under a desk, and then it's just and the tail just goes like this, and it just walks away, and it's like 8 feet tall and so it's like hunched over and walking. You are terrified. So you can't fight the alien. You can't shoot it or anything. You don't have nothing. You have no weapon. So you got to be like real quiet. So like you could be in the other room and the alien, the AI was so smart. Like if you like hiding under a desk, if you move a little bit, he'll look up and run in there and kill you immediately. If you're trying to save, you got to sneak to the save box. You're trying to save, and if it hears you a little bit, it's killing you at the save box, bro.
Damn.
And that's like it was that intense. That AI was crazy. And then it was one of the best games ever.
I was gonna say, so I'm guessing it's safe to say that it was the inspiration was there, huh?
Yes. That's what I was thinking. I said that in my review. Like, yo, this reminds me of Alien Isolation, bro. Like, did he play Alien Isolation? I guess he did. Just the way it was shot and how it was, though. Because you're not gonna like for real, bro. You're not like in my review. I said you're not finna do the fade with a xenomorph. You ain't how you gonna fight this thing, bro? Right. You ain't gonna finna shoot the one with a xenomorph. It's gonna fucking kill you immediately. You know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna be the Busta Rhymes, the trick or treat motherfucker, or Happy Halloween motherfucker. It's not gonna be that.
No, you can't fight this thing. Yeah, I would rather fight the Predator when he take his armor off. You know what I'm saying? Than fight a xenomorph. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
Fuck, bro. Like,
hell yeah. Bleh! Plus, you got that acid blood. I mean, come on now. Yeah, which does. Bam. Oh yeah, that tail's gonna get you. So yeah, I mean that's the ultimate story of them just trying to get in, get out. Also, before this ship hits the rings of the planet, which is, I mean, rings are basically just debris that are just spinning so fucking fast. It's like hitting a wall, right? And the guy, our main guy, let me see what his name is. He was probably he was a forgettable cast to me, but that was Archie Renault, who plays Tyler. He was the brother of Kay. He was the one that's like, yo, this isn't gonna happen till 48 hours or 48, something like that, 42 hours, some of that. We'll be in and out in like 40 minutes. Which doesn't end up happening. Obviously, we see a lot of the corridors get locked, and they're kind of trapped in there, basically. Which I thought was a very cool aspect. You know, it is isolation. I mean, you're on the ship, and you got to get out. You with the help of Andy, you got to know which ways to get in, get out. And we learned a lot in this movie, at least for me. I'm not the biggest Alien fan. I love the movies from what I've seen. I've seen them a couple of times. But we learn something that I didn't know about. Did you know about the whole face hugger scene where they're trying to get in through the room, but it's inhabited by like 10, 20, 30 face huggers. And they're like, if we crank up the temperature to 98 point, whatever the body temperature of humans are, it's going to mask what they can see or what they can feel or hear. Did you know anything about that? Because I was like, what the fuck?
No.
When did they explain this?
They never explained that, and they never explained that the facehuggers were actually blind. That they go off of, you know, what I'm saying,
sound
and temperature. I thought that was genius, though. Like, you know, like you've never seen these things with any eyes. They never have eyes, but like that's the first time that's ever been explained. So it's a lot of good stuff in this movie. I think that builds on the Alien lore. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. Like I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? That was an intense scene. This is like a video game part. Like you got to get through this part with the face huggers, you know what I'm saying? You got to be quiet and you can't sweat, you know? So you got to do a controller. Yeah. Like, so like that, I thought that was dope. Yeah. I didn't know that at all. Yeah.
That was a very cool scene. Very intense. Very cool. And, yeah, the guy throws the flare and they all start chasing after the flare. That's when I was like, oh, okay, that makes, you know, that's what they're feeling. So that was cool, man. And then obviously we get to the third act of the movie. This movie just kept getting better. I'll be honest, this movie kept getting fucking better. Like we get that huge scene and stop me if I'm missing any scenes in between. But the zero gravity scene comes into play, and that was so fucking awesome. How that happened when we get, dude, I don't even know how many xenomorphs running at this fucking at them, at Andy and Rain, where they turn on that zero gravity, and they're like, Andy lets it be known. He's like, yo, if we shoot them and that blood hits, we're on the first level. We're gonna go flying out into space. And he's like, they're like, all right, how are we going to avoid this? And I was even thinking, how the fuck are they going to avoid this? You know? Yeah. Hit that zero gravity, start shooting them in the air, and then the blood just kind of just starts floating everywhere. And I'm like, oh, God. It was giving
that's not a video game. That's a video game, but in a great way. You know what I'm saying? That's a video game. You got to, you know, like some Super Mario shit, you got to, you know,
maneuver,
dodge. Maneuver. I was like, you know what I'm saying? This is the first time. I love that, but like, I was like, man, ain't no, like, if this was real, but
no, that wouldn't happen with that.
Like, like they'll be dead as fuck, bro. Like, there's no way you're not gonna every little squirt of blood you'll get away. But you know, but we're also talking about a movie where creatures bleed acid for blood. You know what I'm saying? And have tails. So like, I'm like, okay, let the movie be its movie and shit. But like in real life, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it was a definitely cool scene. I love that scene because she was like, do, and then like when the blood was like too much, she'll shoot up in the air. So it could push her down like that.
Oh, that was, you just read my mind. I wanted to say that before I forgot that, is that she did use the gun to propel her, like when she was getting pulled down or whatever. She fucking, like, it was like a rocket, and I was like, that was a cool fucking, like, thing to even think of.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
a lot of cool aspects in this movie.
I would say this too, like when like you get introduced to these characters at the beginning of this movie, and then when it starts, it never stops. It never lets up the fucking brakes from
it doesn't.
To that's why I really, really enjoy it. It's super entertaining. So yeah. So
there's like, not a lot of downtime other than, you know, them trying to get onto the ship and them discovering it. But once the face huggers are introduced, there is not much downtime. There's really not much. I mean, there might be a couple of like interactions with Andy and stuff like that, but like there's not much downtime. What did you think about them showing Rook? So that was my least favorite part, is because when they first show Rook from Alien and he's like severed in half, they deep faked the fuck out of his face, and it looked really bad to me.
Yeah. His face was like this. It was like sunken back like this, and it's like one of his ears was bigger than the other and shit. So like I didn't know what was in it. So like that was a bad decision to do the deep fake. I would just did another synthetic, and you know what I'm saying.
I would have done a prosthetic.
Yeah. I would have had another guy. Yeah, just a complete other guy. You know, don't even make it Rook. We don't. Just you know, made his face fucked up on this side.
That actor's still alive, right? Or is he dead?
I don't know. He's got to be alive, right?
Oh.
That was his voice.
Oh no, actually, right? I just looked it up. He did die. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, sorry. He died in 2020.
Damn. So they brought him back from the dead?
I mean, I get the voice. How did they get the voice? It says Rook facial and voice recognition. Maybe they did AI in his voice. Because that sounded like him. That really, and it made me like I almost pulled out my phone to see if he was still alive in that moment. Because I thought he had. I knew he was old, but I didn't know he would come back for something like this. But I would have thought it would be better if they would have just done a practical effect.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they could have done a mold or something. If they still, I don't even know if they still had it or something close to it. And it might have looked a little weird, but it would have looked better than the deepfake, I think, because the deepfake only, I don't know if you noticed, the second time they like talk to him or Andy talks to him, he's in a shadow. And we know that deepfake and CGI, motion capture, it looks better in the dark. That's why I think that movie, what was that Will Smith movie? I'm the Gemini or something like that, or Gemini Man?
Gemini Man.
Yeah,
Gemini Man.
So Gemini Man, the motion capture or the whatever the fuck is deepfake de-aging, it looks better in the dark than it does in daylight. For some reason, it's way more noticeable in daylight.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, calculations. It don't, because it takes a bunch of images and the computer try to learn it, but like this angle, but it still don't know how to quite mix them all together.
Like with the natural light. Yeah, with the natural light, it just seems way more noticeable for some reason.
Yeah, it was weird. I would just use another Android. They were just doing that to connect you with Alien, but like, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? It could have been anyone. You know what I'm saying? It could have been anybody and shit. So like, yeah, you didn't really need him to be that AI, but it did throw me off the movie. It's like, I don't know.
I disagree. I think that it was a cool callback because he did stay on the ship. We know that he did get killed, so to speak. I mean, cut in half, whatever. I like that they brought him back. I think that they brought him back too much. Like I would have liked to see maybe a minute or two with him, but he was like a huge part of this fucking movie. Like they added him at the end of the ship. Like he's like allow me to take over the ship, and then like when they showed him on screen, it almost felt like a video game. Like when you see those little cutaways, like. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, we don't need, like, all right, bro, like, we don't need to see you that much.
Yeah, like, that's enough, Rook.
That's enough, dude.
You're doing too much.
you had your movie, all right? Let me move aside.
I didn't mind seeing him either, you know what I'm saying? But, like, yeah, man, like, it
was a cool it was a cool nod throwback, that's all.
Yeah, he was in there, like you said, a little too much, though.
Yeah.
He was in there a little too much.
Well, let's talk about some of these kills, because there is some fantastic kills. Did you have a favorite kill? Because there is a couple, like that kid that gets the spike through the throat, or the hook through the throat. That one was pretty cool. We get obviously the alien exploding out of the girl's chest, which that one was kind of brutal because you could hear the bones crunching out of her rib cage.
Yeah, I think that was done real good. That's what I said about this movie too. This movie's a fucking horror movie, bro. That's what I really appreciate it too. So like Freddie Alvarez bringing that Evil Dead horror up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like I really appreciate it. So like when the alien with the tail and he whipped it around like this, I think that's one of my favorite kills. I'm like, God damn, that's fucked. That was like a slasher that just knifed someone in the face, just like like boom. Showing the power. I was like, yes, and it was like some brain stuff. This is like some crazy effects. You know what I'm saying? Practical. I think some guy's head. You know, when they was walking through that corridor and they couldn't scream or whatever. Like some whole guy's head was like blown off in the back. I think I forgot. But
I forgot. Yeah. Let's talk about that because there's a lot of practical design where it's not them or the crew, but it's like previous crew that was there, and you do see a lot of brain and like just dead bodies, like in that cocoon scene. They're like running by, and then you see all these bodies. Just it felt like you're in like a horror maze, like at Universal Studios. You know, like you're running through the maze or whatever. You see all these bodies.
That was so cool. We got to give praise to the practicality effects in this film, bro.
Absolutely,
we have to. Like, God, bro. It was so good. When like you seen the xenomorph when it was born or whatever, like when it was coming up and Freddie Alvarez showed that shot or whatever, his head coming up and you see those teeth in his lit well and his falk. It's like, that's fucking awesome. That's how you do it, bro. Like it's real. Like it looked like that can get me for real. It don't look like any CG thing over there. Like the face hugger. Sometimes you just see it was almost like a Jim Henson puppet, or like it was almost floating. It looked kind of silly. It looked kind of silly, but like that's real though. It looked kind of real though. You know what I'm saying? So like coming from a background of practical effects and CG, my hats go off to this movie for the practicality of it. My God, it looks so good. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I got to buy it on 4K. I need that. I need that practicality. I need to smell it.
Oh, they better come out with some cool steel books for this one too.
I need it.
I wanted to mention, we're talking about the practical and whatnot. There was CGI used, other than obviously the deepfake stuff. But I want to say, and I'm just guessing, was it on the scene where the xenomorphs are running towards that main kid? Is it Tyler? I just mentioned. When he's about to get Tyler, when the alien does pick him up, remember, and the mouth alien's gonna go through his head. Remember, he kind of looks to the side, and they're all kind of running through that like that little tunnel or whatever the fuck is up there. Do you think that those were CG? I don't think that those were practical, because I know in the past they've used practical xenomorphs, like people in suits, like to run to give it that effect. But it looked like there was maybe like 10 of them coming. I don't know if that was CG. It looked really clean though. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know, but I did see the behind the scenes kind of making of it. They had people. They had literal people, like, or they were like puppets almost. They had them on cranes and shit. They can lift them up and down, and things like that. So I don't know though.
Yeah,
they did such a good job. I couldn't tell. The only times I could really tell is the deep fake when it was CG and in the blood, of course. But like in the zero gravity space, but like it was so damn clean. That's a good point, man. I couldn't tell.
I would love to see a good behind the scenes of like which parts were practical and which ones are obviously CG. Yeah, like there's that scene where the kid gets hooked with the tail, and then he's kind of like laying there on the ground, and remember the blood starts falling on him, and he's like burning. He's like that part looked very CG, but like it was effective. I mean, because he's like literally getting like burning alive, holes through him.
Like it was. That was CG, but like it looked good. It looked good.
It was pretty cool. I did want to jump to the birth scene where Isabel Merced character Kay, we find out that she's pregnant. I was almost to assume that that guy, the one that gets hooked in the neck, I thought that was the baby daddy, because there's a scene where they get close and it looked like they were gonna kiss.
Yes, in the mouth.
And I was like, wait a minute, is he the baby daddy or like?
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't know.
I mean, when he died, she didn't scream out or nothing. Like she didn't say like no. Like, you know.
Well, she's at the point. She's like who's the baby daddy? Like some asshole or something.
Yeah, she's like some. And I was like, well, he is an asshole, so.
Yeah.
You know, so we do find out that she does get taken, right? She's the one that gets taken. I thought she got killed by the main xenomorph, by the big xenomorph. She ends up just getting hooked basically through the shoulder, I believe. She gets taken to the cocoon area. We find out that she gets an egg buried in her, which then, once she gets put in the pod at the end, I knew that was going to happen too, because I don't know if you saw the teaser trailer that ever got put out. It was the first Alien Romulus teaser trailer. They show the pod and there's blood in it. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I do.
When they just show it like panning out, and they show a pod and there's blood in it, and I was like, okay, so something that maybe that was just for marketing, but I was like, no, it had to be part of this movie.
Yeah, I remember.
So we do find out before they're all about to go to hypersleep. They already have Andy all hooked up like in sleep mode or whatever, and then they're about to put Kaylee Spaney's character Rain into hypersleep, and then she hears that like there's commotion going on. Pull her out. Oh shit, we're getting the alien. We're getting the Prometheus scene, right? Which it doesn't rip out of her stomach. She gives birth. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? That was a lot of blood. And I was like, yo,
that was a lot of blood.
This scene wild. Is intense, man. And then it leads to our Prometheus baby type of thing. I mean, our hybrid. What'd you think of the hybrid, man? Because that shit was growing so fast.
Yeah, it grew. Like the next scene, it was fully grown to fucking like the dude from A House of a Thousand Corpses. That one guy.
Oh yeah,
His hair like this.
yeah.
That's
That
what it
thing
looked
was-
like. Yeah,
I guess that would be the
was-
CG. That would be a lot of the CG as well too, with all that.
Yeah, that thing was definitely with CG because it was like looking and blinking. Somebody said it looked like the Splice, that movie Splice, and something else.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I do remember that movie with Adrian Brody.
Yeah, with Adrian Brody, and he fucked the creature. Remember?
Ugh, that was weird, dude. That was so weird.
Sorry, I bring that up. I put that right in your brain. Yeah,
I know you did. I forgot all about that movie too.
He cheated on his wife and fucked the creature. It's like, damn, it's like that, son. All right,
Yeah, it's so
clapping
weird.
alien cheeks. But like this thing, a lot of people were pissed at this because it's like that's the thing for Resurrection that it was. I think it was like a human hybrid alien, and this was the human hybrid alien. But it was like it looked kind of like Prometheus. You know what I'm saying? Like those the Watchers or whatever they called them. It kind of looked like them. So it was like a special. It was a special thing. I didn't.
It did look like that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it looked as scary as like if we're gonna go into a final boss like the Queen Alien. Like what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? It looked completely alien. So when it comes down and it has kind of human features and stuff, it doesn't look as scary. I thought the xenomorphs and the facehuggers were way terrifying because it looks truly alien. This kind of looks human a little bit. Just
like a creepy human.
Yeah, like a creepy humanoid-ish thing and shit. Like
yeah,
like you're supposed to be doing it, like inbreds. Yeah,
yeah, like some Hills Have Eyes shit.
Yeah,
Now, when it attacks the mom, why was it eating it? Or I was trying to figure out what it was doing. It almost like it was sucking its blood, like her blood. Because she had her like that, like, oh, and I'm like,
yeah, in the corner,
why, yeah, like, why does it need to do that? It already doesn't it just need a killer? Like, I mean, wouldn't it just like slash her and like kill her?
Yeah,
it looked like it was like
killer.
Yeah, it was fucking weird, and I was just a little thrown off by that. But
his mom. Maybe because his mom or something. I don't know.
It became very like vampire-ish. Like it reminded me of those vampires from the Blade 2 a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's
those weird creature things. But that's when it started to really ramp up with a lot of the. It almost felt like the end of Aliens, the second movie, where they had that battle, like where they're in that a lower part of the. I don't even know what part of the ship that was, but there was like sand and shit around, and she was trying to open the lock, that hatch or whatever, and that scene was scary to me, especially. That when they finally opened the hatch or whatever, or she's about to open the hatch, I think, and then that fucking jump scare happens. He's like that, and I was like, dude, my whole fucking row jumped. Like, and there was jump scares throughout, and I'm a bitch when it comes to the loud sounds. That was the only scene in the whole movie where everyone in probably the whole theater jumped because they were not expecting that face to come out. Like, damn.
Like damn, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
That face took up the whole damn IMAX screen.
I remember that shit. Like, God damn.
Like, he got me. And then she ends up hitting that hatch, and he ends up, just going off into space. I thought that was a pretty cool homage scene because I thought that was kind of like similar to the Aliens scene where Sigourney Weaver's like the alien gets sucked out into space. So a lot of homage I thought in this movie that could appeal to the typical Alien fan, but that's why I'm like really surprised that a lot of people did not like this movie. Like and I think that they're diehard Alien fans that didn't like this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I love the movie. You know what I'm saying? I was giddy about it when I came out of theater.
Yeah, my theater clapped. My theater clapped when it ended, so I don't.
Yeah, it was great. People were pissed about the line "Get away from her, you bitch," because it don't make sense in the timeline. Like I didn't care. Yeah,
because one of my buddies was like, "Oh, that's great, they paid homage," and I for some reason I forgot about that line. And then when I did look up on it, I was like, "Oh wait, that happened that happened in a movie after this movie." So
yeah.
Well, how does that happen? That's kind of like
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. It's fan service, but it's not like fan service like Ghostbusters Frozen Empires when they're just like Marshmallow Man just all over the place for no reason. And Slimer's here. Why is Slimer here and shit? I don't know. It's just fucking fan service. You like it? You like Ghostbusters? Here's all your shit. Like it wasn't stupid like that. But like it wasn't necessary. But like I don't like it didn't like I hate this movie. Why this doesn't make sense? Like It was fine. Whatever. Rook, all that shit.
I like the way I did like the way it ended. It was very. I mean, that third act is. You want your third act to be memorable. I mean, that's not what you don't want to make it so over the top that if it was a bad movie that the audience forgets that, oh, this is still a bad movie. Like I had said about the Prometheus, like you remember that Prometheus scene at the end where she cuts that alien out of her body, but it's like that was one of the only main heights, like action points of the movie, like emotional points of the movie. From what I remember, I can definitely recall. I think even like in a couple of years from now, I could recall someone asked me, "Oh, like what were your favorite parts of Alien Romulus?" Like I could name a lot of action parts that happened, not just the fucking ending. You know?
Yeah, I can't even remember, bro. To tell you the truth, of Prometheus,
or Covenant,
or Covenant. I don't even know what happened in those movies. Only you brought it up. Now I remember that. But other than that, I wouldn't remember. But I can tell you exactly from Aliens. You know, what I'm saying there's a lot of shit like, oh yeah, the Queen.
That's
alien, what I'm. It's stuck in my brain. Yeah. And this will too, because it had a lot of great, memorable scenes, I thought.
And good characters, for the most part, good characters. I think that might be the only reason why. I think we had talked about this too, that you said you gave it a 5. I didn't see your review yet, but you said you gave it a 5. I had given it a 4, just for the simple fact that Alien and Aliens are 5s to me. I think it was more of the cast in this one that wasn't as strong as I would like them to be. Like I said, I enjoyed a few, maybe 3 out of the 6 that we got introduced to. That was it. Whereas in Alien and Aliens, I pretty much damn near like the whole fucking cast, dude.
Right. You can compare the first cast of Alien to almost like Jaws. They're just like awesome characters and shit.
That's a good comparison too. I mean, they came out around the same time too. Yeah, there's something about there's something about the star power back then, man. It's like what the fuck? They don't make stars like that anymore. At least like multiple surrounding castmates. You know what I mean? Like they don't make them like that no more. I don't know.
Yeah, and in this movie, they almost felt like video game characters. Not in the worst way. They weren't like completely terrible. But like these are you'll see in a video game, some except for the synthetic and and mostly the main girl a little bit. But that's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Then, like you wanted to be like in Aliens with Bill Paxton, that whole crew, you was like with them. You know what I'm saying? We riding with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? This one was like, okay, let's see what happens and shit. But like not in a bad way though. Like and now I agree with your score too. I was high off the movie. I had so much movie dope that I came out 5 out of 5. And now that I think about some certain things, I'm about a 4 with it too. I'm about a 4 out of 5 with it too. I highly enjoyed it. But I do see the movie's flaws, some flaws in it though. But like, Force.
I like
powerful.
I really love those movies where they put all that, once again, anxiety in you because it's a race against time, not just against the aliens that are trying to hunt you, but they're also about to crash once again into another fucking planet. Like time is against you. So when you have all these factors, it's just like heightens, your emotion as the audience watching, just like, oh shit, how are they going to get out of this fucking thing? There's a countdown timer in the back, 10, 9, 8, there's space out there that's going to fucking decompress you and fucking explode you. Like you're going to implode, like there's all kinds of these factors that go into play when you're out there in deep space. I also like
for blood for that will suck you out of the ship, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that shit too. Like I love how the movie opened with like just silence. You're out there in space. Like it felt like the old school movies. Like you're out there in nothing. Like they always say in space you can't. They don't hear you scream.
No one hear you scream. No, that was the tagline for the original Aliens. Yeah, in space no one can hear you scream. Yeah, they opened up. I had my my fruit gummies or whatever, the fruit snacks, and I was trying to get out of there. Like
you hear the rapper.
I had the rapper. I was like, shit, this is Quiet Place and shit. So like,
it was effective, man. I remember the music score too being very good too. I don't know who did the score, but I mean, we had a really good time with this movie. I think you and I, man, I would love to interview someone that didn't have a good time with this movie, just so we could see like what did you not like? Because someone also did make the comment yesterday online that was like, I'm seeing all of this hate for Alien Romulus, but no one ever says why. And I think it's a good point, man. I mean, if you're not going to like something, that's fine, but tell me why you don't like it so we can, pick it apart or something. But
I had
a good time.
I heard some of my colleagues, they're like, they were loving the movie until the ending of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what people seem most divisive about it. The alien creature at the end there, but it didn't piss me off that much though. You know, I don't know.
I understand you're following a timeline that you have to, see if this fits, if this is going to make sense to the future movies, so to speak, even though they came out in the past, right? Technically. So I get it. I totally fucking get it. But I'm not a diehard, so I'm just looking at it as as just a regular casual movie goer. That's seen the previous movies maybe a couple of times, not like I don't watch it every year. I don't watch Alien every year or Aliens, every year. So my emotion is not that deep into this franchise, but I do like it. And I like what I saw, and that's all I can judge it on. I'm not a movie snob. I'm not a movie critic. I'm just giving you my honest, free flowing thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I liked about it, it was a sci-fi horror entertaining movie. Like you said, it was a great thrill ride. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Universal Studios, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you go to movies for. I mean, that's what. Perfect example. Last month when Twisters came out, I knew I wasn't gonna go into it comparing it to the original, right? I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to go in to have a fucking summer blockbuster movie, and I think I got that. I mean, it's not anything to give a high score to, but I think even the people that made the movie were like, we're not trying to outdo the first one,
Mm-hmm. The first one is a fine movie. I like that movie, but it's still kind of, even from back in this time, it's still got a level of cheese and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cows flying in front of bro.
Disaster.
But it's still fun.
All these disaster movies were coming out around that time, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a lot of them were not. Yeah, a lot of them were not good.
Yeah, it's entertaining. Like Independence Day. Well, I thought that was gonna be when I seen that, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Now I don't want to go watch Independence Day anymore because it's kind of cheesy.
If you watch Independence Day now, you cannot take that bitch seriously. It was iconic and shit. But then you see Will Smith punch a fucking alien in the face, and I'm like, stop it, bro. That shit had a bigger head, a bigger fucking helmet than an actual xenomorph.
Yeah. You just stop and you knock it out. Come on, bro. His skull will break your hand, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to Earth, bitch. Come on now. But all right. I mean, do you have any other talking points for Alien Romulus before we go?
Yo, I just want to say this, man. I love what Freddy Alvarez did with this film. He took the lore seriously. You can obviously tell he's a big fan. I'm glad that Alien Isolation thing blew my mind because, he got it, bro. He entertained us. I have not been entertained by Alien movies since Aliens, since the Cameron one, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. I respect the shit out of Ridley Scott. God bless him for making the first Alien. That's the highly one of the classic movies of all time. You know what I'm saying? But since Cameron one, it never hit the same. You know what I'm saying? I got a soft spot for Alien. I got a soft spot for Alien versus Predator. The first one, it's fine. But this one had me on the edge of my seat. Let's go. The clicker, not the clickers, but the face huggers and shit. They're scary. They're coming around the corner. I think we needed a horror movie, alien movie, and Freddy Alvarez was perfect to do this. You know what I'm saying? He was the perfect person to do this. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see no other director taking the Alien franchise and making it this high action packing. You know what I'm saying? And being this engaging, because I was engaged in the movies. Say what you want about the characters, I was engaged with this movie. I was engaged. I was in awe looking at those practical xenomorphs. Yo, this guy gets it, bro. Yeah. I love this movie. But like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 5 in my review. But I do take points away when I've seen some stuff oh, okay, well, yeah, it's right. So
once it kind of sets in, you kind of realize a little different maybe. Okay.
Buying it on 4K. Buying it on 4K though.
Oh, I'm definitely adding this into my collection. It's funny because I don't have any of the other Alien movies except for the first two in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna definitely add this one. I think I'd give my score. I don't know if you want to do a ranking or anything I did a top 3 for mine, but it's not really true to the franchise because I have not seen 3 or 4 yet. But I don't think I would even put those in there based on what people are saying. So for me, it's still Aliens, number 1, 1986, Alien, 1979, and then this one, Alien Romulus.
I agree with you, but I got I'm not trying to, bite your style, but like that's my ranking too, right?
I
there,
saw a lot of people agreeing with that ranking too when I was putting that up. But people were even saying like if Romulus wasn't third, it was fourth for them, and then they put Covenant in Covenant or Prometheus in 3. So I think it just goes back to like how deep are you with this? Some people like the slower, just more interesting, deep dive into these creatures and AI and stuff like that, and that's totally fine. I want a little more action, entertainment, horror, thrilling, intense scenes, and that's what I think this movie gave us.
Yeah, and I think the creatures are so cool. Well, why not? Let's see them do really cool shit. And that's what Cameron understood too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got some cool ass creatures, the perfect organism. Let's do some cool shit with them. I think Scott was more within the lore, and then even the isolation in the first one though. But like, I'm glad I was fucking. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I got exactly what I paid for when I went into the theater. I'm like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go. Give me a full adrenaline rush. This was like drugs. This was like xenomorph drugs right into my veins and shit. Like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's the rock and roll fucking alien movie. So I appreciated that because I was highly entertained. Hell yeah, bro.
And that's where you go, man. I mean, I'm sure Fede Alvarez heard this, man. He'd be like, that's exactly why I made the movie, Q. For people like you that want to enjoy high octane summer blockbuster movies. And I think he did that. So that being said, man.
One of my favorite, bro. Like, Fede Alvarez is becoming one of my favorites. What movies has he only done? He only did Evil Dead, Don't Breathe, and this?
He also did, did he do, I want to say he did another one that a lot of people don't really mention. Let me look that up really
I don't know.
quick.
This is the only movies that I know him as, but like he's like Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele when he got 3 too, right?
He also did the girl in the Spider's Web, which is one of that one franchise about the book series.
I never seen that one. Okay, I gotta check that out.
Okay, yeah, that one. Actually, I think he might have been the writer only on that one. Let me look up his directorial roles because it says that he has 10. He did the From Dusk Till Dawn series. He did one episode of that. He did a short movie called Panic Attack, which it's only a 5-minute short. He did this is all before he was big, so I'm not really counting these. These are shorts that he's done. I think we were introduced to him from 2013's Evil Dead, then Don't Breathe in 2016. He also, like I said, did The Girl in the Spider's Web, which I don't know if I saw that one, but I remember seeing some of those movies. There was like 3 or 4 of them. And then he did Alien Romulus. He actually did a 9-episode series on Apple Plus called Calls. Like a phone call, Calls. Never even heard of that one.
I didn't even heard that either. Yeah, I want to check it out now because I'm fucking with Fede Alvarez nowadays.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He's definitely a promising young director. Young meaning just like his career and stuff like that. But I want to see more. I think they were even in talks. Okay, the reason why I'm wearing this shirt too, by the way, not just my Aliens hat, but Nightmare on Elm Street. There was.
I like it.
Thank you. There was talks of a Nightmare reboot being made, or not a reboot, but just a continuation, some kind of reboot / sequel being made. And people were talking about which director. Fede Alvarez would fucking destroy this. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
He could do this.
Fede Alvarez. Yeah.
Fede Alvarez doing Freddy.
Yep. Fede Alvarez giving Freddy.
Yeah, doing Freddy. I love that. I mean, it works beautifully.
Yeah. Oh, that's the perfect. That's perfect. Fede Alvarez directed a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Fuck yeah. Day one. Yeah.
I do want to see a sequel though, because the reboot thing, they've kind of destroyed that with the whole whatever they try to do it, the New Line or whatever company did that shit. I want to see a sequel because I think at this point we all kind of know Freddy. Like, just give a little like back lore or something of it, and then just introduce him like coming back to kill people. You know, like that's what I want to see.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think the way to do a new Freddy, give the back lore, give a little bit backstory instead of the like little clips here and there. Like
it doesn't need to be a whole origin story to me. I don't think.
No. Yeah, just like just really set it up. You know what I'm saying? Like more than we got in Freddy's Dead, and that's the part I did like about Freddy's Dead. You know what I'm saying? When we got a little bit of that back
when they showed his dad and stuff.
Yeah, with his dad and the kid, you know what I'm saying? He was, before he got burnt. I like that stuff. So, like, if you get, like, a Fede Alvarez and then, move it forward. It don't have to be explained like Michael Myers, but just, like, a little bit of it. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll see, man, where his future holds. But we like this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Man, hit that big thumbs up if you guys do like horror movies. Man, I love talking horror with you, Q. I love talking horror with you, Q. Bro. And you said you have a review for this one. Is it up already, or is it going to be? I mean, I'm sure
it's right here. I gotta push the button. Okay. Yeah, I gotta hit the button just to release it. I went to sleep last night. I just let it go. Then my power went out, and then I had to re-upload it again. Yeah. So like right before I got on, I re-uploaded it again. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, be safe out there, man. There's a lot of storms going on, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we're about to go to Cedar Point right now, and it's supposed to rain, but we'll see. I guess my wife is going now, so I'm about.
Oh, there you go, man.
I'm about to go up there. Yeah.
Stay dry, man. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Please leave your comments down in the comment section below. Hit that big thumbs up once again. Subscribe. I'm going to leave Q's information all down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're gone. Peace.